YSR Congress chief Jagan Reddy has been taken into preventive custody on the 5th day of his fast for United Andhra Pradesh. In a late-night move, a team of policemen swooped in and forcibly carried Jagan to an ambulance, from where he was then shifted to a hospital and force-fed. Earlier, doctors had expressed concerns over Jagan's health and falling sugar levels. Jagan began his fast on the 5th of October to press for United Andhra Pradesh after the centre's decision to go ahead with the creation of Telangana. Ever since the Telangana announcement, there has been unrest in the Seemandhra region, with anger over the decision growing. Meanwhile, the TRS has demanded that president's rule be imposed in the state. The party has blamed the Andhra government for inciting violence in the state. Well, let's go across to Uma Sudhir, who joins us from outside NIMS Hospital, where Jagan is being kept. Uma, first of all, what update on Jagan?
Gargi, Jagan Mohan Reddy has been forcibly given fluids inside the emergency ward of the Nizam's Institute of Medical Sciences here in Hyderabad. As you mentioned, after about 11:10 last night, Jagan Mohan Reddy was forcibly shifted here after being taken into preventive custody. The crowds have been kept away from this particular location. Even as news was beginning to come in with different sources telling us that he is going to be picked up anytime now, crowds started, in fact, assembling outside the fast venue, at the fast venue. There had been already a lot of political activity. The momentum was being kept up by all the activists, and there was a Congress MLA from Jummala Madugu who came in and joined Jagan Mohan Reddy. There is also a Congress MP, Anant Venkatram Reddy, who came in and joined Jagan Mohan Reddy. So even as he was getting physically weaker, he seemed to be getting politically stronger. As you mentioned, of course, the storms of not just political developments but also the weather gods in the north coastal districts happening. And there, in fact, revenue officials, after talks yesterday with the Chief Minister, had said that they would come in for the cyclone preparedness routine that needs to be done of putting those districts, all up to Krishna district, in fact, have been put on a high alert. Expected that by the 12th, the cyclone could come in and hit those districts, and that's something that the administration is certainly worried about, even as the agitations are continuing on the ground. The Joint Action Committee of the employees' unions, they have said, they have given a word to the Chief Minister that they will discuss with their unions. There are about 9 to 10 unions which form part of that Joint Action Committee. They will discuss among themselves, hold a general body meeting on the 11th and 12th, and then revert on whether they are willing to give up their strike, which has been going on nearly for 70 days now. The government, on their part, has promised that they will be given the salaries before the Dussehra. Dussehra, of course, being a very important festival here in Andhra Pradesh. Of course, Chandrababu Naidu, it seems, is continuing his fast still in Delhi, not really paying heed to the kind of notice that's been given by the resident commissioner at AP Bhavan in Delhi. The TRS, up to its own political activity, Telangana activists, in fact, some of them got together, held a press conference yesterday and said that we are demanding arrest of Jagan Mohan Reddy and Chandrababu Naidu because we believe that they are inciting all the trouble in Seemandhra. Of course, already, as you mentioned, they have accused the Chief Minister of backing these agitations. The Chief Minister, in a sense, has tried to distance himself, saying that he is trying to talk to the people. He would not like to invoke ESMA as of now because he understands the emotions of the people and he doesn't want to use harsh measures. He wants to convince them to come back because political activity only needs to take this forward. The state government, in fact, after talks with the union leaders yesterday, specifically intends to refer one point to the central government. One is on the presidential order under 371D. That has been a huge concern for the employees and for the students as well. That particular order declares Hyderabad as a free zone. What happens is that is meant to be equitable to the 3 regions of Andhra Pradesh, Rayalaseema, coastal, as well as the Telangana region. Otherwise, in these 3 regions, the locals get 85% reservation and the non-locals can apply in the 15% of the remaining availability of jobs or education seats in education institutions. But Hyderabad was a free zone, and that's a big point of concern for the Seemandhra employees, other than, of course, the provident funds and their seniorities and what they would get after their retirement benefit. All that is very, very unclear. So the government certainly going to seek a clarification on that, and they believe that could be a legal tangle, in fact, for the central government to answer. There is also a little bit of anger about the GOM being constituted with no members from Andhra Pradesh. Gargi?